Hi, my name is Peter Collesso, and I'll be doing a Pecha Kucha on stress. Stress. Stress is something that everyone goes through many times in their lives, and it's normal to have stress. But there are many different ways to maintain it. Many things in life can cause stress, even the little things. But it's up to us as an individual to try and cope with it. Many people tend to cause stress on themselves, whether it's overthinking about certain things or even blowing things out of proportions. One common example of stressing yourself out due to overthinking is trying to think if someone actually likes you or not, and you're not actually certain if they do or not, which causes you to have doubts, which can cause stress levels to go up, as you can see by the picture below. The most stress usually tends to come from things that shouldn't be stressing someone out to begin with. Sometimes you just turn things into stress, which is not good for one's own health. As you can see, the guy below looks pretty stressed out. And plus he has a huge workload too. See, a lot of things can be bothering him. Even though we all have many different sources and levels of stress, it's up to us as an individual to identify the sources of stress around us and find ways to get rid of them. Because if you know what the problem is, then you can find the solution. Simple as that. Just like the picture below. Stop stressing and start living. A good way to know and identify the types of stress that seem to bother you and you can't really figure it out. Best thing to do is to write down things that stress you out the moment they begin to do so. If you make a list and keep track of the things that stress you, the easier it will be for you to deal with them. It's better to be safe than sorry. That's why it's always a good thing to just try to remember the things that stress you out and make notes of them. Ways you can learn to maintain or get rid of stress is to just avoid stress altogether. Some of the things I name a few that can cause stress are, for example, holding in your feelings and not expressing yourself, deadlines, didn't complete all the things you planned on doing today. Those are just a few things that can cause stress, but there are many others. Some ways that can help relieve stress can be from having a nice long walk in the park, to simply just sitting home and watching the cooking channel. There are even ways you can relieve stress medically. Sometimes personally I just like to watch TV. Usually the Weather Channel helps me. There are tons and tons of ways to relieve stress, and some even old-fashioned medical stress relieving options are yoga, stress balls, and simply deep breaths in and out, or deep breathing exercises. As you can see in the picture below, these people are doing a form of yoga, stretching it seems like. Stress can actually cause young people to actually look older than what they actually are. It's said that even stress kills, which is true. I bet we've heard that one a few times here and there. Simply put, stress is just not good for the body and one's health. As you can see, the lady in the photo looks about 10 times her age, about 10 years older. A healthy way to avoid stress can be a change in diet, due to the fact that changes in weight can cause stress. If you eat healthy and watch your weight, you'll be happy overall, and in time will ease stress and just get rid of it. And those are just some examples of the things that can relieve stress. Like, for example, I like to drink tea because I love tea and it really helps relieve stress if you're having any. Other healthy ways to reduce stress is to make sure that you are getting plenty of exercise daily and stay away from certain foods that's not good for your overall health. But it's really important to do exercise daily, no matter if it's jogging, running, jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups, cardio, like any type of exercise is just pretty good to maintain stress levels. There are other reliefs of stress such as drugs and alcohol, but the thing is to remember that these things are only temporary stress relievers and you are just doing your body harm in the long run. So it's best to stay away from those, because like, you see people all the time, they go through stress, they always taking cigarette breaks or drinking around the clock, which is really not good for one's health. You can actually help remove stress and get rid of it by always being optimistic about life and always remaining positive no matter what the cause. It even helps if you were to spend time around positive people and just get rid of the negative ones out of your life, which is true. Because like, I'm a very positive person and I like only hang around positive people. It's not good to have a lot of negativity in your life. Never overwork yourself. This is one of the biggest causes of stress because your body needs to rest and time to relax. A good balance of rest and relaxation is all you need. You will just stress yourself out if you overwork yourself past your limits. As you can see, like, the person in the photo below is just having a nice, long, relaxful rest on their, I forgot what it's called, that bed on the pine trees, I forgot the name. Another big cause of stress is worrying about things that you have no control of and are bound to happen. Some people try anything and everything in their power to change things that would eventually happen. In doing so, they eventually end up stressing themselves out. Which, those are just to name a few below, like fear, worrying, sickness, and all that stuff. Always remember to look at the positive things in life, because life is precious and too short. It really makes no sense to stress over anything in life, because in the end, all of it is temporary, since you'll never be on this earth forever. So we must learn to maintain a positive lifestyle. Like her, she looks pretty carefree and just enjoying life to the fullest. That's what we all should be doing. Another common situation that leads to stress is time management. If you don't manage your time well, it can cause you to become very stressed out. Always try to manage your time better and stay focused and positive. As you can see, the guy below, he looks like he's panicking because he's running out of time. Which that's the cause. I mean, that's the most case for like a lot of people these days. Not enough time, running out of time. It's always important to not let things get you down and have a weak mind, especially when it comes to things such as peer pressure and such, because things like that can lead up to stress. In conclusion, stress is all in the mind, and stress only exists if you make it exist. Stress causes many deaths, and it has to be up to the individual to have the willpower to maintain and control their stress. As you can see in the picture below, the little guy is just moving stress out the way because he knows that it can't control him and he needs to control stress. And just get rid of it entirely. And this is the reference to where I got most of my information from. And this is this one last picture involving more foods that can reduce stress in your life.